How is your morning, by the way? Well, before you answer that, let me start by apologizing. Uh, Moonology Monday had been planned, and then during the live stream on High Notes, where Moots and I and a few others were hanging out, it was a low turnout because apparently we were competing against the, I don't know if it's the Academy Awards, the Oscars, I really don't give a shit. We were competing with the Will Smith slap there, if you will. So, I imagine many were probably tuned out to see that. In any case, some did show up, and Moots and I had planned right there on the live stream, as we're streaming, that Moonology Monday would occur, not with the morning, because I had to get up super early for work, but, in the evening when I got home. And as I was leaving work, I noticed there were some text messages from her, and I looked, and, uh-oh, not good. Not good news at all. She hasn't been feeling well, and her voice was just gone. And it was very painful for her to talk, so she didn't want to miss it. I didn't want to either, but we decided, well, we're not going to go, we're going to go ahead and postpone it till later. If you're on my social media, you will have known that, because I did announce it. But if you're not part of my social media, Linktree is in the description below. It is one of the first links. And yes, my Amazon wishlist, my DriveThruRPG wishlist, they're all on there. And of course, the offer still stands. Anything you send me, $35 and under, gets you 2 readings and a birthday reading. Also, HeathenSoulLore.net. We're in the last days of our promotion for it. We've been promoting it for about a month and a half now. Full color hardcover gets you 5 readings and a birthday reading. Hardcover black and white gets you 4 readings and a birthday reading. And then the paperback and the ebook will get you 3 free readings, or 3 readings and a birthday reading. And of course, you know how the deal works. It's all in the description down below, and if anything down there contradicts anything I've just said, well, then we're going to default to what I have written. So, the book is that book, Heathen Soul Lore Foundations, by my friend Winifred Hodge Rose, is a collection of essays that she wrote for Iduna magazine, which is a publication of The Troth. I'm formerly a member of them. I kind of left, and just kind of decided I really didn't have really couldn't find a place there. When you just don't quite fit in with the culture there, you just kind of move on. No big deal, no hard feelings. Still have friends in there, people I consider friends, and they're more than welcome to reach out to me at any time. Anyway, with the Tribe of the Greyhorn Pagans now, they are in my link tree. You can go check them out. You can check out our Telegram and come join us and just have a jolly good time with us. Anyway, you know what today is. Straight Tarot Tuesday. I've got Colette Baron Reads The Good Tarot. Yes, these cards are big, ladies and gentlemen. So we're really kind of getting into that big deck energy today. These are bigger than normal tarot cards, but here's and I've said this before, but it bears repeating. Let's see, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they've called this an Oracle deck. You can get one of these for about 25 bucks. It's actually it's a really nice deck. I'm not a fan of the laminate, but you know what? If they ever make a matte version, I probably would enjoy that just a bit more. That's mainly because the laminate tends to reflect light on these cameras. So, anyway, let's start with your significator, which is you today. 9 of Water. You see what I'm saying about all the reflection there? Okay, so Nine of Water, also known as Nine of Cups and Rider-Waite. We're actually wrapping up a completion. And right now, you may be feeling a little too much one way or another about something. That's fine. But understand something, that while you're too hyper-focused on this one thing over here, something you're not even really maybe you're over-identifying with something, you're missing out on some really good stuff that's happening over here. So, I say complete the emotional stance on that one thing and move on to the next. Let's look at the mind. We have a 4 of air, 6 of earth, and a 5 of fire. Now, 4 of swords. That's basically what this is. They kind of rebrand a little bit in this deck, but this is that 4 of swords. It indicates rest. It indicates taking a breather, taking a little bit of a break. Stop being so hard on yourself. Mentally, you have really been working in overdrive. But your transition is right here in this 6 of earth, or 6 of pentacles. And in the 6 of pentacles, this is about this wonky weather. It has plummeted into the 20s. It's supposed to go up into the 70s or 80s a little bit later, and I'm like, jeez, come on. Make up your mind. Where do you want to go? It's not easy, ladies and gentlemen. It really isn't. But, you know, especially when you suffer sciences like I do. But the 6 of earth is definitely that generosity. These are also unexpected resources. So far, when you're shifting your focus, shifting your emotional focus back to what, this is what I'm talking about. When you're shifting that focus to the things that you can identify with that really kind of bring you that joy and that happiness, there's all kinds of stuff there that you just didn't know existed. I would make an example here, but I'm pretty sure a lot of you are sick of hearing me talk about tabletop role-playing games, but that was one of the things. You know, for quite a while, my entire Twitter account was focused on tarot, and that was it. Yes, there were some rather political tweets that I kind of agreed with on some level and disagreed with on others. However, the one thing that happened was when I shifted towards tabletop role-playing games, when I rediscovered my love for that, and I started talking about it, well, how the people came out of the woodwork. Good people, too. I'm not going to focus on the idiots. I'm going to focus on the good people. Like John Torres over at The Basic Expert. If you weren't hanging out on his live stream last night when he did this this image of a skeletal undead warrior, well, you really missed out. Great conversations. But it is available on his channel. All you gotta do is go to The Basic Expert and watch. It was about an hour. It was about, like, I don't know, a couple hours. We hung out for a little while. It was a lot of fun. Good people in that chat. We had Pulp from Pulp Hummock Press. He was there. Victor Gorchov. He was there. You know, another very friendly and very upright Dutchman. All kinds of good people. Waylon was there. I was there. Lots of good people. All the same people who hang out in the Basic Experts Gilded server, which I hang out there more than I hang out in my own. That's only because my own is reserved, mostly for gameplay. But anyway, all those unexpected resources just kind of came out of the woodwork. People who let me pick their brains ad nauseum. People I watch because they're always putting something valuable out there. Something valuable to me. And that's where your real wealth is going to come from, is people like that. Now, let's have a look at that Five of Wands, because that Five of Fire, it's called fire here, but this is going to be all about that creative brainstorming and energy. So you don't have to get that project right away. Do some brainstorming, spitball a little bit. You know, roll some ideas around, see what comes of it. You're going to find something that you're going to lock onto, and it's going to be epic. But get creative. Start brainstorming. See, because once you've finished that thing's over and done, now you can get that little bit of a breather, find those unexpected resources, look at all those things that you didn't think you had before, right? Stop focusing on what you don't have. It's right here. What you do have is going to lead to this. And then we kind of move into the physical. Right here with the body, we have a Four of Water. We have a Hermit. And we have a Three of Wands, or a Three of Fire, as it were. Wow. Four of Cups, Four of Water. We're talking water again. Now, I want to show you something. Because this is all about dreaming and introspection. I actually watched the Twitter feed of one of my friends, Samwise7RPG, and he mentioned, like, I just got one of his modules called Mercanto's Lair, which is horrifying. This is the most horrifying mega dungeon I have ever seen. So much, and I was so impressed that I actually sent it to a printer to have a printed copy made. And he mentioned that he keeps track of all of his dreams, documents his nightmares, and that's how he builds worlds. The dreaming and the introspection. Speaking of introspection, we got the Hermit, and that's what the Hermit is all about. So we're kind of looking inward a little bit more. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't think I have to tell you this, but this does reek of self-reliance. So far this reading has been all about it. And with that self-reliance, when you can rely on yourself, sorry folks, like I said, the sinuses are kicking my ass right now. When you can rely on yourself, when you count on yourself to do the right things, when you focus on those things that you can do, even if you can only do them to a certain degree, there are going to be all kind of people in that six of Earth here who are ready to come out and support you. Some of them will give you ideas. Some of them will know when to back away so that you can catch a breath. They'll give you time. They will absolutely support you. And then you've got that Three of Fire. That Three of Fire, that Three of Wands. This is that collaboration. This is going to be an expansion of your opportunities. And this is going to be the absolute fullness of your creativity and achievement. Some of you are probably wondering how I got that. I mean, she's on kind of a bit of a boat-like structure, isn't she? And if you ask me, she looks like the type that would actually create that boat, put it together. And there would have been many helping hands getting into that. Plus, three is usually a collaborative kind of effort. Now let's go to the spirit for a second. We have temptation. Oh boy. But we've got a Seven of Fire here. And we have Call. I'm going to tell you something. These two cards are not in the Rider-Waite. They're not. But I can tell you this much. We got a couple few court cards here. Nothing colossal. But I can tell you one thing, that Seven of Fire is going to be very much a defensive thing. We've seen that one pop up before, the Seven of Wands. So, right now, we're looking at this temptation. Okay? The world is very much your playground, but here's where the temptation comes in. You need to be careful not to get attached to outcomes. This is a warning for you to watch out for excess and to know what's not healthy for you. So when that card comes up, that's a sign that you're focused on the material realm. You need to be aware of any excess or addictive behavior, your own or that of others, because even that of others can be very disruptive, right? You got that one person who's just, they're full of ideas and they're just throwing them at you, but they're so addicted to the outcome of you taking those ideas and running with them, and that way they can look at it and go, yeah, you know what, I provided that idea. Yeah, I'm responsible for that. Be very careful of those. Also be careful of it yourself. Because when you have that big grand vision in your head, sometimes it may not turn out that way. And when it doesn't, how do you handle it? That's going to be the biggest question, and that's why you should exercise a little caution, because you're going to move from here into this defensive position. And this defensive position, you're always going to be trying to take that high ground. You're always going to be defending it. Once you're king of the hill, you have to fight to defend it. Now, the question is, what exactly are you fighting to defend? And I think we see it in that last card, Call. And what this card represents, the sort of end result, is that you have everything you need right now to move forward with purpose. Ladies and gentlemen, purpose. That's going to be everything. You need to trust that your life does have a purpose and that you're enough, and that within you is that divine blueprint that has meaning for yourself and others. You want an illustration of what purpose looks like? Okay. I need everybody, after watching this, find the movie Falling Down with Michael Douglas. And I want you to watch it with this set of eyes. Watch it through this lens, because I'm going to show you something. You have two main characters in this movie. You have Michael Douglas's character, and you have Robert Duvall's character. One has lost his job, he's lost everything, and now he's losing his shit. And he is sort of unintentionally rampaging his way across Los Angeles. Then you have this detective played by Robert Duvall. He's on the verge of retirement. No one respects him. He refuses to stand up for himself. He's about to lose his purpose. And then, when the two characters meet, there's what I call the Degas moment. That dawning, that breakthrough. Because it dawns on them. Without purpose, you can easily become the bad guy. But if you have purpose, and if you work toward it, instead of sowing destruction, you sow a legacy. And that is much different. Now, I'm not giving away any spoilers here, and if I did, the movie's over 20 years old, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, come on. Find that purpose. Shift away from all that stuff that's not serving you one bit. Okay? Block the drama. Stop paying attention to it. Don't feed it. Walk away from it. Let the little drama hounds have their drama. eventually they'll tear each other apart. They won't need you to do it. And that's advice I need to listen to a lot more. Especially since my Twitter account this morning did not reflect that. But anyway. No drama. Your purpose, your goals, your resources. Take stock. What do you have? How can you utilize it? And how can you use it in a way that's mutually beneficial to both you and others? That's the focus. Thank you so much for joining me. I love you all. Please be sure to take care of yourselves and each other. As this reading is telling you, always do what lights you up at every opportunity. Don't let anyone dim your light. If you're not meant to fit in a box, stop trying to fucking fit into one. If you keep hearing, well, you didn't go to my church, or something similar, shut those people the hell out. Guess what? Those people, they have an agenda. And it's not yours. But if you create, if you inspire, yeah, you're going to find a whole host of really good stuff that's really going to help you. Keeping you completely lit up. And look to yourself for a little bit. Give yourself some credit. You're doing well. And as always, my friends, shine on. I'll see you on High Notes. Oh, hello. You know what? Just kind of occurred to me. If you're going to go through my link tree, there is one thing I'll ask. You could do me a huge favor, other than, of course, smashing the like button and sharing this out to friends who might need this message and all that kind of good stuff. But if you would do me one little favor, and it's the only one I'll actually ask for directly. If you would go through my drive-through RPG wish list, if you would go through that, if you're a gamer yourself and you're looking through it, if you would just do me the favor of, looking through it, see if there's a game that you'd recommend that's missing. And if it's missing, let me know and I'll go ahead and add it. Just to let you know, I'm not really doing game reviews. I'm just looking for awesome games. I'm looking for good games by good people who do good work. That's it. It's the only thing I really wanted to ask. Alright, so got these cards reshuffled and ready to rock. I'll see you on High Notes. Take care. Have a great Tuesday.